matchup set to go here between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's Walker to start the drive. They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried to run through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 38 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Now a throw here, hauled in. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young...
And the ball is knocked out. And this is going to be 49er football.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. Following the fumble recovery, Lance in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after them.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless. And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Here's Lance to throw it. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got some turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive. How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing now is Lance. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, 49ers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Lance now on first down. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
The Niners at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here we go. Red cycle.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Lance able to find Gray here.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Lance now on first down. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. Down inside the 10.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Come on, set.
Now Lance.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Back to the ground here, Mitchell.
And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Mitchell again.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are an extra point away from drawing level.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Looking to throw.
And out route, and he's got the connection to Walker.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try for the first with Walker.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Seibert's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking point?
Now Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Lance. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go, set.
The Lance going to throw. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down.
Here we go.
Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Here's Lance.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So they get the interception and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick 6, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
114 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Call down near the goal line. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
He'll look to throw. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field again, CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell.
They find some open field here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And cycle.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
And able to haul it in is Kittle.
And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
Now, there was a time when I would have been upset at teams throwing the ball with a big lead late, but I've evolved a little bit. I've come around. Ultimately, They're looking for first downs, and if they think the air is the best place to do it, then so be it. In addition, you probably got a quarterback gets a nice bonus if he keeps completing passes. So they want to keep throwing the football? Fine by me.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Mitchell. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game.
Here's Chandler on second down.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Ty Chandler,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the 49ers will add to their fourth quarter lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's a toss right side to Mitchell.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
He's back to throw.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Brown.
And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Lance back to throw.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Chandler. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Lance looking to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now. But he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
The kick by Gold is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Slot man moves right. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Here's Lance. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Brandon Ayuk with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 55 yards. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception, and we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the 49ers, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town.
Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.